The recording of this race is sponsored by JB Transmission. Specializing in foreign and domestic repairs, trust JB for all your performance needs. Check us out at www.jbtransmission.com or visit us at 256 St. Mary's Road in Winnipeg.
Mike Balkin outside at a Howak. The Sportsman's Lodge 71S is Stefan Snare. Row 3 inside. Cole Schill in the 44 outside out of Grand Forks. This is a Millennium chassis. The 71D is Dustin Strand. Inside row 4, the 7P is Joey Peterson. Outside the 92C is Cord Allard. Inside row 5 out of Grand Forks, North Dakota. He drives the Forks' finest auto body Victory Circle. This is Troy Schill. On the outside out of Grand Forks, North Dakota, the 9A is Steve Anderson. Row 6 inside, driving the free hearing test.ca, Lucas Oil, McPhillips Toyota 2M is Bill Mooney. On the outside out of Grand Forks, driving the Nestle 12S. This is Brad Singh. Inside row 7, the 43 out of Fargo is Brian Bernaudis. And outside row 7 in the 14th starting position, Billy Mickelson in the 8th. Rick Fawcett makes up inside of row number 8 in the 15th starting position. He is driving car number 71. On the outside, Jeff Hapola in the 16S. Driving the 8D is Dwayne Rector. He is sponsored by Dabs Repair. And outside, the 9, sponsored by Winnipeg Collision Center and Winnipeg Dodge, the 9 is Walt Morris. And rounding out the field in the 7W, the Avonlea Derek's Heavy Truck Parts, Derek's Sandblasting, 7W, two-time Wazota National Champion, Ricky Weiss. Northern Late Model Racing Association getting ready to do business right here at Red River Co-op Speedway. Well, a great field of late models here tonight for Northern Late Model Racing Association night. And I want you guys to get up and wave your hands. They're going 4 wide for you. The Northern Late Model Racing Association. Oh, yeah. Scott Greer in the 5G on the pole. He won his heat race and is looking to win his first late model race at Red River Co-op Speedway in 2013 in the FYE Motorsports Miller number 5G. A tough field behind him, however. We talked earlier about getting the pole. That's a great place to be, but you still need to stay there. So let's watch Scott Greer, a veteran race driver, a guy that is very smooth. Let's see if he can stick on the point position for all 25 laps here in the Northern Late Model Racing Association. This race brought to you, of course, by Dynasty Bathrooms at 369 Logan Avenue. 360 cubic inch engines, 2,300 pounds, getting ready to go.
They were 1 away.
1 to go.
T-minus 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Paul Virtue, your early leader. Oh, heads up. Big time rollover on the back straightaway. Big time rollover. The 16 car is upside down on the back straightaway. That's Jeff Hapola. Wow, did that car get airborne on the back straightaway? A tough and rough ride for Jeff Hapola and the Northern Late Model Racing Association. What a very strange night here at Red River Co-op Speedway. Unbelievable, Pat. And I'll tell you, I saw the tail end of that.
I didn't see how it started, Darren, but I know that Jeff Hoppala is a rookie in the late model division this year. Raced super stocks for a number of years and has moved up to the late model division this year. The car actually stood up on its nose and landed hard on its roof. So we're going to wait. We're going to look at Ricky Wise's front end. He's got troubles with the 7 car. It looks like he somehow got in the melee there, somehow got bent up on the left front, but we await the word right now from the back straightaway as to what the driver's condition is all about. But as soon as we hear, we will pass that on to you. These cars weigh 2,300 pounds, and of course, Darren, you know they're purpose-built and very safe. When you get the whole weight of the car falling on the roof, that is less than ideal. Hey!
No way, awesome. That is awesome.
How about a big hand, everybody? Jeff Hoppala is out of the race car and okay.
Well,
Wow.
Pat, you talk about these race cars. They are purpose-built. They are built as safe as possible. These drivers use 5-point racing harnesses, 6-point in some cases. They use Hans devices. They also use full containment racing seats. But you always want to hear that the driver's okay. I know they take the best of precautions, but it still is auto racing, and it still is inherently dangerous. So it's always good to see a driver get out that quickly, because that one looked a little rough.
Well, that did. It did. And my goodness, everybody. You know, we do this for the fun. We talk about this all the time. Nobody makes their living at this. We all want to go to work tomorrow so we can make some more money and go and burn it up tomorrow night at another racetrack. But I'll tell you right now, Ricky's crew chief, Keith, looking at the race car from there. And on this side of the fence, Keith is having a look at it. And they're making a decision right now. He's going to need to go to the pits, obviously. But whether he'll be able to continue or not, I don't know. I didn't see that shape up. It'd be interesting to see the video. We have a monitor here. But I don't know if it takes quarters or what, because it's not on. Maybe if we caught a replay. Those watching on the internet right now will be able to tell what happened. I'm sure the guys from Big Day Media are replaying that right now.
Well, I would guess what's going to happen here. Of course, Keith Heyman taking a look at this race car. Now, it is a red flag condition. He is unable to move until the flag goes to green. So if they can cell phone the pit area and let them know what parts they might need to pull out of the trailer, well, that might be what's going on right there right now.
I'm sure you're right. And they cannot move the car off the racetrack till the yellow comes out. When it's changed from red to yellow, then they can do something on the car. But, of course, with the track blocked and emergency crews on the Speedway, our first and foremost concern is for driver safety, and we're taking those precautions right now. So while we got a moment, we'd like to say thank you to Dynasty Bathrooms. Don't forget, we got a giant-sized fireworks. Are you ready to part with that yet? We got a giant-sized fireworks display coming up later on tonight. So we're trying to get done in a hurry, but, man, some of these unforeseen circumstances are costing us some valuable time tonight, but we'll get going just as quick as we can here once we get the go-ahead on Jeff Hoppala, and we'll get going with the rest of this event. 25-lap main event, as indicated on our Pepsi-Cola lap board there. 25 laps brought to you tonight by Dynasty Bathrooms, the NLRA late models. Now, we'll see some of these guys back up here on the 11th. 2 weeks tonight, the World of Outlaw late models. They will be here 2 weeks tonight. And some of these cars that are here tonight will be racing against those fellas 2 weeks tonight. But they will bring a bunch of heavy hitters to town, and it's going to be a dandy late model event. 2 weeks tonight, July 11th. Tickets available online, or I believe if you check in with our Shirt Shack, they'll be able to tell you where you can get tickets for the World of Outlaw late models here July 11th, Red River Co-op Speedway. Well, word from the back straightaway, Jeff Hoppala is okay, but of course taking precautions to make sure that we don't injure him after the fact. Criticare EMS, by the way, is staffed by Winnipeg paramedics. They work for Winnipeg Fire Paramedic Service, and they work part-time with Criticare EMS. So our guys have the best care out here with Criticare EMS on scene every night. And boy, that ambulance has moved more tonight than I've seen it move in a long time. Let's hope that's the last we see of it for quite some time. Last week's winner was the number 71. That's the red 71 that's over in turn 2. The red 71 with a white nose. That was Stefan Snare. Last week, the number 8 sitting on the front straightaway. You're going to par with it? Sitting on the front straightaway here, led almost all of it and bobbled it just a little bit and let Stefan Snare win. So the 8 car got second spot last week. Stefan Snare in the red 71 picked up the win. And he did good in his heat race tonight as well. So Stefan Snare looking for another big night here at Red River Co-op Speedway. Now Darren just left. Where did Darren go? Darren, where are you?
I'm working, Pat. I'm working down here.
Okay, we have, I see what we're doing, a little trivia, okay.
All right, some more trivia and some great stuff to give away. What are we going to do first? The Canadian Forces thermos? All right, here's the question. First of all, I got one for you. What is your name?
Daryl Link.
Hi, Daryl. I know you've been coming here for an awful lot of years, and here's the question. Canada officially got its own national flag on February 15th of what year?
Am I right? 1965?
Get out of here. Are you serious? He's got it right. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Daryl Link. Canada officially got its own national flag on February 15th of 1965. That's almost 100 years after it became a country, which was 1867. So Canada celebrating its 146th birthday. All right, Dynasty Bathrooms is our sponsor tonight, and they are located at 369 Logan Avenue in Winnipeg. Now, their name is Dynasty Bathrooms, but they don't just do bathrooms, they do something else. What is it?
Bedrooms?
Ooh, bedrooms, and then what's sometimes next to the bedroom?
Kitchen?
There you go. Dynasty Bathrooms also does kitchens, and you've got a Dynasty Bathrooms, I guess in kitchens, prize pack. Well, you never know. He's got an idea now. Maybe he's going to get into the bedroom business. Pat?
Hey, Darren and Carolyn, I think we just come up with something else the Dynasty can start giving away. They could give away the Dynasty race team logo on the toilet seat. What do you think? Huh? Give away the toilets here. We could give away the seats. They could sell those seats to all the race fans. Did he really get that answer, or did Carolyn prompt him?
I don't know. There's an awful lot of geniuses here today. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, right. Daryl Link, I know he's brilliant, but geez. Geez Louise. I don't know.
Okay, so I did not see the rest of that. What, everybody's cool?
Yeah, the driver's good. The ambulance is heading to the pit area. The wreckers have the Jeff Hoppola's 16 car on the hook, and they'll take it back to the pit area. Unfortunately, certainly, that was a really nice-looking race car at 8 o'clock.
It was. Yep.
But it ain't so nice looking. He's a rookie, as we mentioned, in the late model division. The red flag is still on the racetrack. So until the red flag comes in, there'll be nobody can go to the pit area. But there may be a few folks that need to go to the pit. You never know. I don't know. Not having seen exactly what happened there, it's hard to say who needs to make a pit stop and who doesn't.
Well, Pat, you talk about the costs of racing nowadays and how darn expensive it is to do. And you look at a guy like Happola, and of course, you got to think it's expensive enough to just buy that first race car. Never mind all the parts that you get consumed throughout the year, and
right.
I feel real bad for him. It's tough.
Well, and he's not a big dollar racer, like he's new to the class, and it's not good for anybody, but harder on the lower budget drivers.
Well, as you predicted, Pat, the minute the yellow came out, Ricky Weiss to the pit area. I thought Daryl Link knew everything. It's obviously you.
Well, was that him that went in there? I thought someone else went in there as well.
I just saw Ricky go, but might have been somebody else.
Huh. While we realign them and get ready to rock and roll once again for Dynasty Bathrooms, 25 laps coming at you here in the late model division.
Getting ready to go back with the Northern Late Model Racing Association. 25 on the board, no laps in. Well, a new guy in the Ram pace truck here tonight, and looks like he might set a track record in that thing just yet. We're trying to get him slowed down a bit so the late models can actually catch the pace truck. I knew those Rams made power, but not that much. There we go. Getting ready to go back to late model racing in what might be the world's fastest ever pace lap. I think we got him slowed down now. Scott Greer and Veered on the front row. Balkan in the 71 of Snare on row number 2. Balkan celebrating 30 years in racing. He'd like a win here tonight. One to green here in the Northern Late Model Racing Association. Scott Greer looking to make it a perfect evening here as he won his heat race and will now try to hold back a hungry, eager pack of race drivers here in the Northern Late Model Racing Association for Dynasty Bathrooms. Veered with the lead. Here comes Balkan and Snare. Paul Veert looking good in the Veert Landscaping 88. Balkan trying to close the gap. Scott Greer with problems. He is going to the back quickly. The 88 followed by the 10, the 71, another 71. That is Snare 4th, Strand 3rd. The 71D of Strand up to 3rd. Cord Allard and Walt Morris with problems on the front straightaway. They head to the pit area. Veert, Balkan, Dustin Strand, Stefan Snare, and Joey Peterson. Here comes Snare now to challenge for 3rd. Yellow flag is on the Speedway for the Sportsman's Lodge 71S of Stefan Snare. Todd's Electric 71S rather of Stefan Snare brings the yellow out onto the Speedway. 6 down, 19 laps remaining on the Pepsi board. The Veert Landscaping, Kissel and Associates, Rental Experts. 88 of Paul Veert looking strong. He started on the front row and is maintaining that position. Mike Balkan started inside of row number 2 in the 3rd starting position. So we've got the 88, the 10, and the 71D of Dustin Strand in that Millennium chassis. He formerly drove a Moyer Victory Circle, the 71D did, but him and his dad Brian assembled that all-new Millennium chassis over the winter, and the 71D of Dustin Strand, now a Millennium chassis in the 3rd spot. 4th spot currently Joey Peterson in the 7P. That is an MB Custom chassis. One of 3 in the field tonight. That is a collaboration between Mars and Burkhofer. They build those chassis. They're what is known as a boutique chassis. As a Mars Burkhofer chassis. The free hearing test.ca, McPhillips Toyota, Lucas Oil 2M, parked on the Speedway on the front chute, talking to track officials. We are going to get this lineup sorted out as soon as we can and get back to Northern Late Model Racing Association action. Viert doing a great job up front in the Viert Landscaping 88. However, now they will tighten up the field as a result of this yellow flag. So Balkan and a hard-charging Dustin Strand have a great opportunity here to take the lead. Joey Peterson in the Cenex Scott's Unlimited Dynamic 7P, leading the Forks Finest Auto Body 11 of Troy Schill. Troy Schill using a Victory Circle chassis. That is the same as what Mike Balkan is running in the 10. 7P and MB Custom. Walt Morris's number 9 is an MB Custom. And the 12 of Brad Singh out of Grand Forks, also an MB Custom. Singh, a former Wazota Superstock national champion, was the first guy in this area at least to get a hold of one of those MB Custom chassis when they went into business. Singh driving the Bergstrom Electric Nestle 12S out of Grand Forks. All right, Delaware style restart now for the late models. 19 laps on the Pepsi board. Viert is your leader. Then it's the 10 of Balkan and the 71 of Strand. Balkan, being scored in second, has elected to take the top of the racetrack. Strand might have a shot if he can dive to the bottom. Oh, Strand and Balkan get together. And Strand wins that one. Peterson goes by. Schill goes by. Balkan battling back. Great action. Wow. Joey Peterson might be the fastest car on the track. The 7P is flying. Keep your eyes on him. Strand goes high. And yellow flag is out. The 44 of Cole Schill turned the wrong way in turn 4. Well, Joey Peterson in the 7P started inside of row 4 in the 7th starting position. Well, he is battling hard now. He might be the fastest car on the track. The Cenex Dynamic Scott's Unlimited 7P in the MB Custom chassis. Definitely one of the guys to watch. I thought originally that Strand might be the fastest guy on the racetrack, and he might well be. There is still 18 laps to go. However, you got to keep your eyes on that 7P of Peterson. He is a strong runner, a very smooth race driver, and loves these types of racetracks. We have a total of 7 laps in. We have 14 minutes remaining on the clock. Mike Balkan in his Victory Circle by Balkan chassis, sponsored by North Star, Silmac, and Emery Demolition, down to talk to our front straightaway official. Looks like the tie rod is good, at least on the right side of the car. Not sure if there could be shock or spring or control arm damage, but everything, it looks good, at least from this vantage point on the 10 of Mike Balkan. Mike just checking things out to make sure things are good. He might feel something in that steering wheel he does not quite like, but he's going to wait for the field to rejoin here. And we will get back to Northern Late Model Racing Association action here tonight for Dynasty Bathrooms. Well, as Pat talked about earlier, your late models using what is called the Burt transmission. That is a 2-speed manual transmission, basically low and high. To get the car moving out of the pit area, you actually put the car in gear before you touch the clutch. You put that car into low, and you push the clutch to the floor to get the car moving. Once you get the car moving and out onto the back straightaway, you release the clutch, and then, of course, shift that lever to high, and that is direct drive, and you are ready to race. That is the Burt transmission, and it's one of the very few components on these late models that are built in Canada. Burt transmission is located in Quebec, Canada. Very nice purpose-built transmission. They are very, very reliable. Cost about $1,500, $1,600, but certainly they are built to take it. Veert on the front row, 71 and the 7 in row number 2. We are going green this time around for Dynasty. No, we're not. 1 to green. We've got lineup problems. Well, of course, we are using the receivers, and that is a one-way radio. Our competition director, Russ Smith, can talk to the drivers. They cannot talk back, but years ago, you might have seen a pile-up as the drivers came out of turn number 4 and would expect the green. They wouldn't get it, and the cars would pile up with everybody on the throttle. Well, now they can tell them before, guys, we're not going green. Get your foot off the throttle and avoid the pile-up. So I believe now we are good to go. Rob Como with the yellow flag put away, and we are green. Here we go. Mike Balkin on the move now by the 11 of Schill. A pair of Victory Circle cars battling for 4th and 5th. Strand now by Peterson. Outstanding. Dustin Strand on the move in the Millennium chassis at a Grand Forks. He is your leader. Oh, troubles for Strand. Dustin Strand blows off the end of the corner. Veert is your leader. Peterson second. Balkin third. Watch Strand now as he tries to fight his way back. Wow. Peterson around the outside. He's got the lead. Joey Peterson. The Scots Unlimited 7P is pulling away. Cord Howard around in turn number 3 and 4. Hopefully he can get her going. And he does. We remain green on the Speedway. Mike Balkin now working on Veert. Schill is there. And Dustin Strand in the 71D. This is going to be a great finish. Mike Balkin with a run on the outside of Veert. Here comes Strand on the inside of the 11 car. 2 rows side by side in 3 and 4. Wow. Mike Balkin into the second spot in the Emery Demolition Silmac 10 car. Ten laps remain as Joey Peterson continues his assault on the late model division here tonight. Started 7th and is now your leader by a long shot. Peterson, your leader. Balkan second. Strand back into third now. Schill fourth. Veert fifth. Blue flag with the yellow diagonal stripe telling the slower drivers that faster traffic is coming around. Mike Balkan in second would love a yellow flag right now. Peterson fights to keep it straight as he goes around the Dabs Repair 8. That is a lap car. Peterson does a nice smooth job of getting around. 4 to go. Heads up on top of turn 4. We've got a spinner. The 92 car is around. Yellow flag is out. Ooh, boy. Well, Joey Peterson, your leader, last lap 18.969 seconds. And we talked earlier about Peterson likely being the fastest car on the track. Well, he is your leader now. He started 7th, is now 1st. But once again, the field will get the opportunity to tighten up and have a go at Peterson here in your remaining 4 laps in the Northern Late Model Racing Association. Mike Balkan in his 30th year in the 10 car, sponsored by Silmac and Emery Demolition. Dustin Strand in the 71D right there out of Grand Forks. Troy Schill 4th out of Grand Forks, and also a driver out of Grand Forks, Brad Sang in the Nestle Bergstrom Electric 12S. This is going to be a great finish, no doubt about it. Now, of course, at the yellow flag, Peterson was way out front by his lonesome, but a great battle going on between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Brad Sang has caught fire recently and has moved his way up in the pack as well in the Nestle 12S out of Grand Forks. Veert, who led this race for quite a while, currently 6th. All of the drivers in front of him with a lot of late model laps in their careers, but Veert doing a great job for a long time, holding him off. That is not easy. However, could be tire management and experience why he is now 6th instead of 1st where he was just a few laps ago. But you know, guys like Joey Peterson and Mike Balkan are experts at tire management. This is a dry, slick racetrack, and it is a 25-lap race, so you really got to take care of your tires here on this big 4/10 of a mile oval, and I believe that is what Joey Peterson and Mike Balkan along with Strand are doing right now. "21 laps in the history books, 4 remaining. The Cetic 7P will lead them to the green flag when we get the lineup good. All right, looks like we're going green this time around. Can Balkan pass the 7P? Can the 71 vault himself 2 positions to the number 1 spot? We're going to find out. Here we go. Peterson rockets away. Peterson, Balkan, Strand, Schill, and Singh. Balkan now opens the door for Strand, and he runs through the door. Here comes Schill now on the inside of Balkan. Great race for second, third, fourth, and fifth. 2 to go. One more time around for your leader. Checkered flag coming out, your winner, Joey Peterson. Second spot to Strand, third to Schill, fourth to Balkan, and fifth out of Grand Forks in the Nestle Bergstrom Electric 12S, Brad Sang. Well, Joey Peterson having to weigh a minimum of 2,300 pounds, so he will head to the scale area. These late models producing around 700 horsepower out of a 360 cubic inch engine, and Joey Peterson had every bit of it hooked up here tonight, as that driver went from 7th place to 1st place here in the Northern Late Model Racing Association. All right. Well, that question's easy. You and the other guy that announces. Caroline said the question for this Dynasty pack, is this a Dynasty pack or a Canadian Marine shirt? Cool. Name me 2 famous Canadians.
Darren Pallon and who else?
Jacques Villeneuve and his brother Jules.
You must be a snowmobile guy.
Who bet?
There you go. What's your name, pal?
Davies.
All right. Congratulations. You have won a Canadian Marine shirt. Whoop. I don't know if that's mine. I think that's the cameraman's. He's the guy laying down over there on the curb. Well, Pat, great late model racing, no doubt about that. Joey Peterson taking the class to school tonight.
Well, he has been the hottest guy in the NLRA trail this year. Finished the year in fine style in a Mars rocket last year. That is an MB Custom, and boy, he has got it working well at every racetrack he visits. He has been tough to beat this year. The winningest driver so far this year at River City Speedway, Joey Peterson, in the Big Jim's East Side Tire, Moen Farms, Adams-powered MB Custom out of East Grand Forks, Minnesota. Joey is a prison guard all day and races cars at night. Well, wait till he gets his helmet off, and I'm sure he'd love to hear from you. He's sponsored by the Cenex in Oslo and Alvarado, also Scott's Unlimited, and, of course, Sean Horn with Crary Realty. An MB Custom with an Adams power plant. Oh, no, that's a Pro Power in that one. He runs that car and a rocket, a Mars rocket, depending on the situation. Wouldn't it be nice to be a farmer? He did a great job, and he says he's in prison, whether he's on either side of the glass. But he's on the right side of the glass, and he's on the right side of the ledger tonight. From East Grand Forks, Minnesota, a very winning driver in the Super Stock division, and a great job in the late model. How about a big hand for your winner, everybody? Joey Peterson. Darren?
Thanks very much, Pat Mooney. Joey Peterson getting out of his safety harness and his full containment seat after what was a brilliant drive from 7th place to the #1 spot. This guy has been just razor sharp here tonight and definitely earned it against some of the best late model drivers in the area. Joey Peterson, congratulations. Fantastic drive. That car seemed to get faster lap after lap. Was it you or the car?
Oh, I think it was the car. The track kind of came to the car. Yeah, I would agree. As the race went on, it felt like I could stay in the gas longer and longer. By the end, I was just lifting a little bit going in, and that was about it.
Obviously, they're liking these chassis.
Yeah, this is a Mars car, an MB car. It suits me well this year for sure.
Absolutely. Where else do you race throughout the year?
Grand Forks weekly. We've committed to do the NLRA tour, so the weekend swing starts here, and we head to Hibbing Saturday and up to Emo on Sunday.
Got to get you here every Thursday night. That was an awesome shot.
Well, it definitely leaves me wanting more. So you'll for sure see me back here at least one more time this year.
How about it, ladies and gentlemen, Joey Peterson, your late model feature winner for Dynasty Bathrooms. Great job.
Thank you, Darren. Congratulations to Joey Peterson and the gang getting the 7P into the winner's circle again tonight. Here we go with a lineup for our Wissota Modified division. We have their